Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the We the People Washington live stream. I'm your co-host, Michael Pickens, with our other co-host, Tony Kelly. How are you, Tony?
I am good. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic.
Oh,
So, reigning in government starts locally. Let's talk about that.
yeah.
Is it? It says monthly We the People meeting. Is it supposed to say that?
Well, oh, does it not? Um,
Okay.
oh, I guess I should probably fit the headline, but it was, yeah, I guess I went through that too quick. Our monthly meeting is today at 6 o'clock. And I did put the link to that actually in the description so that if anybody does want to join, now I say I should probably fix that. So anyway, so tonight at our meeting, I thought that we would go over a little bit about what the agenda is today, and then also just talk about that, like how, reigning in the government starts locally. Two
Cool.
different thoughts, not well said. Par
No
for the
worries.
course.
It's all good.
Yeah. Um, so reigning in big government, with everything that's going on, it just really got me to thinking, like, how can we get back to being positive, and how can we figure out how to make actual change? Because everything that's going on is so divisive, right?
Mhm.
That if we can show people that, actually, act where we actually have control, right? Everything that everybody's pissed off about right now, we don't have any control over it, right?
Mhm.
We don't actually have any control over, who thinks what about the whole situation. But what we can do is we can get people into office and start going that route and making real change and demanding that the people that are in office now are doing what needs to be done. So,
Yeah, there's a lot happening that's hidden from the general public through executive session meetings. So we need people that are dedicated to transparency, that are going to go in those meetings and they're going to share the information, or they're going to object to even having the meetings to begin with, because
mhm.
they're going in the back rooms, talking about what they're going to do, and then coming out and voting on it without any public input at all whatsoever.
Right, right. And I mean, like, you can see it in the breakdown of everything that's happening, right? I mean, like, the verbiage that we're using is just, I don't know, the only one that comes to mean. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we're just mean to each other. Like, we've removed humanity from everything because we're behind screens and it's not
Yep.
faces anymore, right? And we're behind masks, right? Because people are still wearing masks, or like now we're using them for other purposes and saying it. So like, I don't know how I feel about the masks being worn for those instances. Like,
Are there a lot of people wearing masks where you live?
oh yeah, the medical masks. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you still see people in their car driving down by themselves with a mask on, or walking outside. What some of the protesters like had on, like, N94 masks outside in 20 some odd degree weather. I don't know
That's
what they're getting
crazy.
there.
We don't Occasionally we'll see people wearing masks around here, but it's not very often.
Yeah, no, all over the place, all the time. I kind of laugh. It just makes me laugh. But I just mean in general. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
anyway, that's a whole different thing, I guess. But there's so much that we have control over, right? So we need to focus on those things and the positivity. And I just think that, people need to understand that, I question whether or not everybody's seeing. I don't question it. I know, no, we're not seeing the same information. You probably see completely different information than I see. And, I asked my kid today a question, and she brought up things I've never seen, and
Like, what do
like,
you mean?
I didn't know that they've used tear gas at schools. ICE has. Did you know that?
At schools, like high school or colleges?
I didn't get a chance to totally look into it, but they've deployed, and I checked it to make sure it was true. but I hadn't had time to actually look into what the situation was and why it was used. But they've used tear gas at a school. That happened like a week ago. I never saw that.
Yeah.
You know, and so it just makes me wonder how much of this could be avoided. All of this, everything could be avoided if we were actually all getting the same information. But they've got these algorithms that are so messed up right now.
Yeah, well, apparently ISIS killed over 30 people so far this year.
That's what she was saying too.
But only 2 of them have made the news. The other ones, they're all Hispanic or Asian or like.
Oh, they weren't white people? Oh, see, I knew about a black guy that got killed.
I haven't seen anything.
So I thought that there was 3. I didn't know that there was 30. I've looked it up and I thought that I saw 3.
Yeah, there's been quite a few. Now, don't quote me on that 30 number.
No, that you're the second person I've heard that from, actually, just today. So that's interesting. Yeah. I mean, there's so much with this that we should be able to agree on, right? I mean, like if we just take the Peretti and that out of it, like there's so many violations. And I guess what is irritating is there's definitely good ICE agents, right? You can't condemn them all. Like that's not rational either to condemn all of them. And they have a job to do, which I support. But I wonder too, if people on the other side of this understand the people that they're actually going after,
Yes. So it looks like 32 people have been killed in ICE custody.
Huh.
So in ICE detention centers. So these people are getting arrested, captured, kidnapped, whatever you want to call it, and then taken to ICE jail, detention facility, and then they die in there. Like,
yeah,
that's not right at all.
Right.
Mexican, Nicaraguan, Cambodian, Honduras, Cuba, Bulgaria, Nicaragua, Eritrea, I don't even know where that's at. Haiti, Pakistan, Philippines, Guatemala, China, Mexico, Jordan, Mexico, China, El Salvador, Mexico, Honduras, Mexico, China. That's crazy. I could just keep going.
Right.
Ethiopia, Ukrainian, Honduras, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Vietnam, Haiti.
Obviously,
there aren't going to be any.
Oh, wait, no. Okay. I'm not happy to see any of this because these are the deaths that you're referring to. But I am happy to see that they're not just focusing on Mexicans. Do you know what I mean? Because that's all we hear about, right? That's all anybody thinks that they're going after, or that's the way that they frame it. I question if people realize that they're going after people with green cards, people in the process. My dad was telling me there was a bunch of guys out working and cops drove by. They were in the area and they drove by and like they scattered, like they just scattered everywhere. And my dad was headed over there to go bring them cookies. Right. And I guess the guy was like, okay, this is like nobody's ever brought us cookies before, right? Because my dad's in Tennessee, very red state. So nobody's ever like done anything like that. And then he asked him, he's like, where did all your guys go? And he's like, I have no idea. I have no idea. And so my dad's like, are they illegals? And he's like, well, I'm not going to answer that. But I will tell you that some of them are in the process. They're in the process of doing things. And how scary is it right now to walk around wondering, if you're going to get caught? Caught's such a bad word. Like, that's not even what I mean, right? Like are they going to get swept up in all of this when they're trying to do the right thing?
Yeah.
And why isn't that being taken into account? Like, do the people that are against all of this know that those are the people that they're going after? I'm so confused on whether or not they do. I suppose I should ask, but I'm not sure any of them will answer me right now.
Probably not.
So nobody I know will. Anyway, anybody watching, Let us know. Do you know that that's happening? I don't know. So, anywho.
Yeah. So, you were looking at the auditor's position for the county there, right? Because that's up
Yeah.
for election this year.
Yeah, I wanted to see what positions in Pierce County were available. So the auditor's available, and then there's 3 city council positions. And so I thought about, I'm going to look into the city council positions and see who is in there and how long they've been in there and what they've done and what our council actually does. Because, we hear way more about Seattle council. I honestly, I don't know what our city council has done or does in general. So I'd love to know. So I'm going to check into that because I'm considering running for that office and seeing how that goes.
Yeah, so I can tell you what they do. They glad hand the public. They have private meetings with all of the local unions and builders and whoever behind closed doors. And they figure out how they can change the regulations to help those people while they collect campaign contributions from them. And then they have executive session meetings where they hide all their information from the public. And then they go and they put on a show where they read pre-written statements on why they're voting for something or why something is good. And when the public comes up and speak, they usually look at their phone the entire time while the public is speaking to them. And they don't answer public questions at all.
Right, because we don't want to insert foot.
Yeah, so the person will speak for 3 minutes, the public will speak for 3 minutes, and then ask them a question like, why are you guys doing this? This is wrong. And then the mayor will go, thank you for your input. Next up is so-and-so. And they will not answer that person. They will not interact with that person at all. That's how
so
it
you're
works.
saying I probably wouldn't get elected.
I mean, you should try to get elected. Absolutely try to get elected.
I think
people
that would
are
be
hungry
awesome.
for someone to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
You would probably hate it though, because the mayor and the other city council members are not going to like you interacting with the public and speaking out about what's going on.
Well, I have a fan club already, so we can just add to that.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't really care anymore. I'm so disgusted by what is happening and the lack of people using their brains. It's probably a terrible thing to say right now, but I just feel like there's, I don't care anymore. We need to do what's right, and I think trying to protect people's feelings anymore is just not going to be the way it gets done.
No, you can't.
No. Trying to, I'm a terrible person at trying to make everybody happy, right? And by making everybody happy, I don't mean like giving into what anybody thinks. It's more like just trying to stay neutral, right? And trying not to rock the boat too much, but still try to nicely get them to understand how wrong they are. And that's never worked. It's never worked. And so I'm just done with being nice. Not being nice, just being, I'm going to say what I think.
Yeah.
Do it right.
You're not going to make a difference by just going with the flow.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
No. And the people who agree will agree, and the people who don't won't.
Yep.
And there's nothing I can do about the people who won't see it anymore.
That's correct.
I am not going to waste my time there anymore. It was stupid anyway to do that. So we're going to focus on all the good stuff that we're going to do. We're over 1,000 people now on Facebook. I'm going to start hitting Twitter hard and advertising there next month. We're spending about, I think this month we spent about $150 on ads, and we've just skyrocketed. So we're well over 1,000 now. I bet I can't ever see how many we're at.
Where?
On our page, it just says 1K.
Oh, the exact number.
Yeah. And so I can't figure out where we're at. But anyway, so we're over 1,000 now, and that's amazing. And, I'm getting emails from people who are sending me things that we should be looking at, which is great.
Oh, cool.
That means that people are paying attention, right? Some of the initiatives have come from emails from people. So, people are responding to what we're doing in a great way. I have not heard a lot of negativity from anybody that I've heard from, at least. Nobody has reached out to tell us that we suck. So that's nice. I get a lot of good emails, and so that's pretty exciting. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight, and then also talk about our ongoing plans, right? So, what we want to accomplish this year going forward. Because I think, we still have a lot of building to do. We need county reps or create areas, to have local representation.
Yep.
And just, we've got a heavy plate, a lot of heavy lifting that we've still got to go through for all of this.
Absolutely. That's weird that we can't see exactly how many followers we have. It just says 1K.
Yeah. I was going through though. There's some of those videos that we've done that have like almost 6,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah. And some of them have 2,000 and 3,000 views and everything. It's like it's amazing. People are really resonating with it and liking what we're doing and saying. So that gives me some hope.
What did we do on January 20th? Because we had 27 people unfollow us on that one day.
What's that?
January 20th.
How many people unfollowed us?
27 in one day.
Let's see. What did I post?
Oh, I found it. We have 1,020 total followers.
Okay.
I'm going to find out what we posted that got so many people upset.
And it was the 20th. Okay, I'm at the 21st. Yep. That's still the 21st. 21st. The 20th. We took a look at the budget. Oh, I also posted videos we did Chris the day before.
Chris is on January, or there's a video with Chris on January 20th. Another one with Chris on the 20th. That's so weird.
Yeah, so we interviewed him on the 19th. That's
Could have been some Republicans, Trump supporters, because he was talking about, I don't know, the constitutional guardrails.
Amazing how useful that information came in just shortly after that. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's interesting. I don't know. That's so sad. I hope that we get him back on. He's back there in Minnesota again, right?
He is, yeah.
I caught one of his things and I was laughing because he's like a giddy little kid. I'm like, I really want to talk to him again because I want to go do that.
I heard they were moving, a lot of the ICE agents out of there, and they fired, the main guy that was in charge, and bringing in another one that has a more humanistic approach, I guess. I don't know.
Well, now, are they saying that he's fired or that, because I've also seen that he's retiring early.
Oh, I thought he was just getting moved back to his old position.
I think that he is, and that he's going to retire early now.
Oh. Good for him with a full pension, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Have you seen the DOJ report?
No, I haven't.
It is slightly, when I read it as slightly biased, which I know is probably shocking. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out.
What is it about?
On it's what they sent to Congress on the initial findings, and it's talking about everything that led up to it and how he was acting towards them, and then about the shooting, right? So it's all about what happened, but they're not releasing any of the body camera footage.
No, of course not.
Right. Yeah.
So they're not going to release any of the body camera footage from the ICE agents in that altercation because it probably implicates them in the murder.
Well, you can probably hear what they're saying.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because we can't hear from all the cell phones from 20, 30, 40 feet away.
Yeah, you can only hear bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah. That's bullshit. They need to release it.
Yeah, they won't.
And they're probably going to hide it from the court system as well.
You know, that's another thing that I find interesting is how do you go, like, everything is so inflammatory that how do you go about having a trial for things like this? You know, like, how are you going to find an unbiased jury?
You know, I thought they weren't even going to release the guy's name. The ICE agent's name.
I don't know.
The ones that shot him.
Right. Oh, I don't know. You know, I guess I'm assuming, how do you find an unbiased jury, assuming that they're going to go to jail or, you know, be tried for anything?
Yeah. I don't know. They said they were going to, looks like, you know, the FBI is going to handle the case.
Yeah. You know, here locally in Bremerton, there was, here locally at my kids' school, they actually had a walkout today for ICE. Mm-hmm. And then there was talk of one yesterday in Bremerton, to the point where even the shipyards were getting emails and telling them that they should probably leave early and head home because they were already. Mm-hmm, yep. Then my sister sent me this message showing that somebody had posted in a local group saying that we're going to go out and have a non-peaceful protest. Don't forget to bring your Second Amendment rights or something like that. And I'm just like, and I was laughing because I was like, God, normally you would know who that is, right? But that's like the left. That's the left. Not the non-peaceful protest part, but the Second Amendment part, to add that in there.
Yeah.
It's like the world, it's opposite day.
I know. It's so crazy.
Opposite day in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
And it's every day now.
I find it entertaining, highly entertaining, that people who are absolutely anti-Second Amendment and no one needs a gun but the government are now like, everyone needs to be armed. Protect yourself from the government.
And then you have the other side saying, don't bring a gun. Yeah. The president saying, no gun.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh my goodness. We had to take 2 days off. I did. Anyway, I needed some mental health days. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't come on here and sit here and have a smile on my face at all. So I was like, forget it. Let's just bag it.
Yeah. So I just looked up the statistics, and there's been a significant increase of 32 to 34% of adults owning at least one firearm as of 2024-25. Over 26 million new guns were purchased from 2020 to 2024, diversifying the demographic. African American women and Hispanic communities have shown notable increases in purchasing firearms. That's crazy. Roughly, yeah. So, and it's going to be, and this is back in like, between 2019 and 2024. So these aren't even the numbers that are going to come out this year. So I'm
Right.
very excited to see how many more of these people, are purchasing firearms because of it. Because of
Right.
what's
I'd be
happening.
interested too in just like any self-defense. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyways, we've got our call coming up and I've got to run to the store beforehand. So
Yeah. So 6 o'clock, the link is in the description, along with the link to be able to go and donate and to join our newsletter. So we will see everybody tonight and have a good night.
awesome. See you
All
soon.
right. Bye.